Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I did the blog this morning about Caswell Franklyn and the suggestion that he might be unwell, especially since he has been gathering a whole lot of people to join his union, and now he may not be up for it. And Patricia Benedict, she read my blog and she has a little story to tell on her interactions with Caswell Franklyn. Patricia, welcome into the studio.
Yes, Miss Veronica, thank you for having me. The same matter I spoke about yesterday with the police officer. I always get her name mixed up.
Her name is Laverne Riley Carter. Laverne Riley Carter.
Yes, so I had a matter where, that same matter where I was falsely arrested, but had to do with Amanda Peggy Smith and other people. So I went to Mr. I think I rang him up. I can't remember. I was in 2020 or 2021, Miss Veronica. I can't remember the exact year. But I rang him up and he told me come to see him. So I was showing him the documents and he looked through it. And Miss Veronica, Mr. Caswell said to me, I can't touch that. He said me, he's not going to touch that. He can't touch that. Right? And when he said that, right, I said, wow. When he realized, he checked himself, he said, I would have to get a lawyer to go through the documents with me and stuff like that, Miss Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
So I found it very unprofessional to me personally. And it gives me an impression, that's my opinion, that he knew, I don't know if he knew some of the people in Santa Cruz. That's my opinion, because any professional person, anybody professionally would not first tell you they can't touch that. It was a file on which has since been dismissed by the government. But when you could tell somebody you can't touch that, because I said, wow, that you said, oh, I will need a lawyer to get a lawyer. You know, it just says a lot, Miss Veronica.
Yes.
And the same thing Miss Sally Comezon did to me too.
Right.
Not did to me, not to a certain extent. She had my files, and she had this gentleman that was working in her office. Oh my God, I can't remember his name. He's in prison right now, old man. Anyway, out of the blue, I went to see her for that same matter. She looked at the file. And then the next day, the gentleman called me. And I said to him, how did you get my number? Because I remember I knew he worked there. I remember going there. I remember seeing him in his office because he worked there. And I said, how did you get my number? He told me he's trying to get hold of you. I said, but I don't appreciate that. How did you get my number? So when I went back to the office and asked Miss Sally Comenzon, how did this gentleman get my number? And she gave me my files back. I asked her how much money I had for her. She told me I didn't have any money. And she said nothing. But I do not understand how somebody have files and somebody else, even if it's a lawyer and an attorney, that's supposed to be private.
Exactly.
So I don't know how he got. He's the well-known man that just went to prison for stealing the client's money.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but let's talk about Franklyn. Let's talk about Caswell Franklyn. You went to him, and he unceremoniously just turned you down, saying he will not touch what the help you. He will not touch.
He just said. I quoted him for what he said. From what he said, 2020, 2021. I don't forget stuff. I can't touch that.
Okay, so he said he can't touch that. And did you think that he was? Did you think that he was?
I'm not going to touch that. Either can't touch it, or I'm not going to touch that. One of the two, Miss Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
But when I said I was shocked Because when you have people on always on the platforms talking this and talking that, and you think people are genuine, it's really got to check yourself. And then now I see photo up with Winston Clark and all that, you know. So it's rather unfortunate. It's rather unfortunate that you know, I don't mind that he could not do anything for Miss Veronica, but his choice of words the first time. If he had it just come out and say very first time, oh, you need a lawyer, I would understand that. But when you say you can't touch that, or you're not going to touch that, one or two, you know, I just had to look at him differently.
Mm-hmm. But my question to you is, did you think he was an attorney? Did you go to him in his capacity as a senator? Why did you think he could help you when you went to him?
Because I just thought he could. Because when you hear people talking, you know, sometimes now Benedict, sometimes people just talk pretty.
Right.
People just talk pretty.
Right.
Because I could not know who to turn to besides Mr. Williams, because Mr. Williams is getting a lot of problems with Mr. Tyron Griffith and all those people that were on the bandwagon too. So, you know, I just thought, you know, he would have helped me, but, you know, he couldn't.
Okay.
He couldn't, you know.
Okay.
So that's it, Miss Veronica. Okay. I rather do things when people are still there.
When people are still alive, okay.
Yes. Yeah. Because I don't want people to say that I think I don't want nobody to say defend people's name or I you know.
Right. But you didn't say anything bad about him. You didn't say anything bad about him. You went to him for help, and he said he couldn't help you. It's not as though you said that you thought he was an attorney or whatever, but he was out there talking, and you figured that he had some kind of pull, some kind of power, but you know.
It's just the tone of the voice, Miss Veronica. Right. When you tell somebody, I mean, if you first thing you say, sorry, ma'am, I can't help you. You need to send me, but I can't.
Yeah, but especially when someone comes to you for help, you know, you have to be very careful how you tell them you can't help them. You have to be very careful how you speak those words to them, you know?
Because the song says memories only bright people do, you know?
Yeah, first impression.
There are a lot of things I remember.
Yeah, first impression goes a long way. Goes a long way. But yeah, okay, well, I want to thank you. For calling in.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. This is Sherry Veronica, Naked Departure Radio.